time I see you standing there before me, I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in playing, flying too high with some gal in the sky. My idea, nothing to do. Yet I get a kick. You give me a boot. I get a kick. Hey, Vincey Lou Who. I'm trying to fix everything here. How is you? Did you go on Etsy? And she's off. Hey, Teddy. How are you, darling? Vincey, it's not showing me anybody's in here. Why is that? There's one. Good. Are you getting to work any, Teddy? I didn't even go back online to see if Nina had read it. Oh my. Come on, you crazy thing. Stop being ornery now. Can't handle ornery. There. That'll work. That's not in the way. Hey, Ori. Hey, Nina. Did you read mine and Vincey's little conversation about Etsy? You need to go on Etsy. Where's Jackie Lou Who? That's who we're missing. It's only showing one person in here. You need to go on there, and if you didn't go on there, Nina, and check it out. Oh, Nina, Big D said that he's mad. He's mad at you because you make me come in here and do these live reads, and because, well, he's not mad at you because of that. But that's the excuse he's going to use because you didn't come up here and play with him. Ori says hi, Frankie. So, if Jackie Lou Who, I just texted you. Told you it was time. Oh, Jackie, you need to go on Etsy and you need to look up sex toys. Fancy says, hey. Yeah, he's in a much better mood today, Nina, so maybe. I haven't done anything yet. But Jackie, yeah, you need to go do that because you need to go check out Etsy. I don't know. That's your job to keep up with the authors. I just read the books. I gotta go wet my hair down because I need to take. Octopussy and dragons and werewolves. I was like, hogs? What's fancy got to do with hogs? That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. That just made me crack up. And I've done something to this eye. It's like all red and everything, and I can't. So I don't know. I may end up dying before this is over with. So yeah. Oh, I need to find the cover. Wow. Nina's hunting down the. Can I just say, I love me some Dean Martin. I just really do. I don't know what I got in my eyeball. Oh, and that this morning was freezing fog. I hadn't seen that in years. Freezing fog, and it said may do it again in the morning. Oh. Gosh, Dave. My nose started running. Alrighty. Did you tell her to subscribe? She's been on here before, though. Why can't she comment? Yeah, it was pretty pictures, but I don't like it. I'll video call you in the morning at 7:30 when I get up and see it. That's what I did the other two bitches. Oh, that's what I was supposed to tell you. Nina was. He asked me. He says, I told him, I said, gotta go read. And he says, why? I said, because Nina makes me. And he says, why? And I said, because she's a bitch. And he says, well, tell her I said she's a bitch too because she makes you go read. And because she didn't come up here and play with me. At 7:30? But see, I know what you do in your conference calls. So you can talk to me. Because I'll video you on Messenger. So, y'all ready to get started? You got your hot flash kits ready? You might need them. All right. So, this is Keller. Meet Keller, everybody. Mr. Sexy Pants himself. Oh. Well, you can't barely speak English, much less anything international. Oh, I just figured you were sleeping or goofing off or something. Okay, so let's get started. So, Keller, being the president of a club does have its perks, and right now, one of those perks is sucking my cock. Ooh. You speak 7 languages? Yeah, okay. The blonde club sweet butt is one of our newer girls, and she's licking it like she's fucking owns the motherfucker. She's not that good. So I grab her hair and in my hand and take control. Tell her to take a screenshot and send it to my phone. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. I want to see. I want to see what everybody else sees. Um, she's not that good, so I grab her hair in my hand and take control. I need to relieve this fucking stress that's been building for weeks. I start driving my dick in and out of her mouth. I hear her gag, but I don't give a shit. This is what she's here for, to cater to my brothers. I feel a tingle making its way up my spine, and I know I'm getting close to coming. You're going to take my cock and you're going to love it, I ground out. Her voice is Her face is red and her eyes are watering. I pump 3 more times into her mouth and then I'm releasing cum down her throat. Damn, that felt good. I push her away and she lands on her ass. I'm done with this one. Go find your next conquest. There's plenty of other brothers. Maybe one of them would love your mouth on them. She flips me her middle finger and walks off. I don't give a shit. She needs to know her place. Sweet butts don't become arrow ladies. Hmm. Hold on just a second, y'all. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring. I'm trying to get the author on here, so. Oh, I know they teach a lot in other countries. Okay, so this is what she's seeing. Okay, so this is what she's seeing. All right. Okay, so this is what she's seeing. All right. Oh yeah, that's hurt my ears. I had it and then I hit another button and it went away. Oh, it was telling me to add a comment. Oh, shit. April, go out and go back in. April, go out. When I bring it back up, it comes out. It comes up. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, because it lets me, if I go out and come back in, then I can bring it up. I don't know why. So you just can't get in a hurry pushing buttons. Okay. She flips me her middle finger and walks off. I don't give a shit. She needs to know her place. Sweet butts don't become our old ladies. They are here for one thing, pleasure. There are only 2 that I will stick my cock in, and they're not here. Melinda and Cherry are fucking gorgeous. Melinda is blonde, 5 feet, huge breast, and has legs for days. Cherry is brunette, 5'2", breasts that fill my hands perfectly, and curves in all the right places. But even they're getting old. I stand up and whistle to get all my men's attention. They can get a bit rowdy. Church tomorrow, 5 p.m. Carry on. I need to work, so I walk out the back through the sliding doors. Sometimes it gets to be too much in there. I love my president, but I want something more. I love being president, but I want something more. A man can only go so long without a woman to call his own. I'm in my early 30s and I'm not getting any younger. Maybe it's time to move on from the sweet butts and settle down. I take in a deep I take in a breath and the smell of wildflowers hit my nose. I love the smell of them because they calm me. The sun is starting to set, painting the sky red and orange. I stand here for a couple of minutes and then head back inside. I'm tired and want to hit the sack. I walk into the clubhouse and turn right into the hallway that houses the rooms we all sleep in. Once I get to my room, I unlock the door, walk in, and shut the door behind me. I lock it to make sure no sweet butts interrupt me. I take my shirt, pants, and boots off, leaving me in just my boxers. I lay down in bed, and as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm out. Gretchen. I'll make sure she's not having any more issues. Okay, she hasn't texted me back. I'm sitting on the bed in the room I share with Antonio when I hear shuffling and moaning. I get up out of bed and walk to the door. I peer through the crack and see his two goons, Padre and Rico, dragging a female down the hallway. She's barely conscious, has bruises all over and a busted lip. I gasp and quickly walk back to the bed and sit down. Why would they be bringing a woman here, and why is she hurt? I've never known them to hurt a female, let alone bring one here like that. I take a few calming breaths and walk out of my room, making sure not to make a sound. I follow them a distance and notice they're taking her down to the basement. I wish I could see what she looks like, but she has a blindfold on. I know what they do down there. I witnessed a man get brutally beaten to death down there last week. That's when I also found out that the man I'm in love with is the mob. He told me when he caught me that I wasn't to go down there again. I promised I wouldn't, and it was left at that. Neither of us have mentioned it since. I wait until I hear them walk down the stairs and towards the room they do their dirty work in and quietly creak down the stairs. I make sure to not step on the stairs that creak. When I make it to the room, I notice the door isn't closed all the way. I peek through the crack and see the woman tied to a chair, still blindfolded. Her hair is a chestnut color and long, and she has an athletic body. She looks eerily familiar. I watch as Antonio walks over and stands in front of her. He reaches out and removes the blindfold. I hear another moan and then see her thrashing about, trying to get out. None of them know I'm here as their backs are turned to me. Padre on one side, Rico on the other. I can see Antonio and this woman perfectly from where I'm standing. Antonio moves a little to the right, and I can see the woman clearly, and it's my sister, Violet. I gasp and immediately cover my mouth to stifle it. Obviously, they didn't hear me because none of them turned around. I have tears streaming down my face, and I can't breathe. They must have found out that I called last week to tell her what happened. She warned me to leave him, and I told her I was in love with him and didn't want to do that. When you're in love, you tend to look past things. Now she's sitting in a basement that she will never leave, and it's my fault. I watch as Antonio walks to stand in front of her again. He brings his balled fist up and strikes her in the face. I hear her scream out in pain. He hits her 3 more times and walks over to a table across the room. I look back at my sister and see both her eyes are swollen shut. I stand there not able to move or say a word. I hear banging and look towards Antonio and notice he has a sword in his hand. I can't believe what I'm seeing. The man I love is going to kill my sister. I can't control the tears and sobs as I watch her life come to an end. He walks back over and stands directly in front of her. The next thing I see is him bringing the sword up and her head falling to the floor. I'm back up and slow. I back up slowly and hurry back towards the steps. I'm in a daze as I run back up the stairs into the main part of the house. My sister's dead and I'm to blame. I get back up to our room and lay down in bed. I close my eyes and try to block everything out, but it's no use. I keep seeing her head continuously hit the floor. I don't know what time I actually fall asleep, but when I do, all I see is her in my dreams being killed by a monster. Keller. I wake up to the sound of my alarm going off on my phone. I crack my eyes open and reach my hand out towards my table trying to find it. I wrap my fingers around it and put it in front of my face. It's 7 a.m. I turn off the alarm and sit up in bed. I get up every morning at this time. Too much stuff going on between our businesses and club duties. I get up out of bed and head towards the bathroom. I need a shower before heading out into the main part of the clubhouse. I pull my boxers off and step into the shower. Once I'm in there, I turn the water to hot. As the water hits me, I start washing my hair and body. I'm not a big man. I'm only 180 pounds, 6 foot, brown hair and brown eyes. I have muscles, but not what most of the men here have. Even though I'm not big, doesn't mean that I can't protect me and my brothers. I've given plenty of beatdowns in my life. I finish washing and rinse myself off. I turn off the water and step out of the shower. Once I dry off, I walk back into my room. I head towards my dresser and pull out a black shirt, blue jeans, boxers, and some socks. I pull on the shirt over my chest and slip my boxers on. Then I put my pants on. I walk over to the bed and sit down to put my socks and boots on. Once I'm done, I walk over to my chair and pick up my cut. I look at the patch sewn into the back. It's a skull with a dagger going through the top and roses around the bottom. Sewn on the rockers on top and bottom is the name of our club and our city chapter, Dirty Dirty Daggers MC in Lexington. On the front of the vest, on the right is my name, Keller, and on the left is a patch with the word president. We are based in Lexington, Kentucky. We aren't an outlaw MC, but people know not to mess with us. I walk towards the door and exit my room. I walk out into the main area and notice Elijah and Harper sitting at the bar and one of the prospects behind it handing them drinks. I can't see how they can drink this early. I walk to the bar and sit down on the stool on Elijah's left side. Harper's on his right. I holler at the prospects. At the prospect, "Give me a coffee, black." He nods and takes a cup from under the bar and starts pouring my coffee from the pot sitting on top of it. Once he's done, he walks back over and sets it down in front of me. He goes back to busying himself behind the bar. Denny has always been quiet, but I never have a problem with him getting stuff done. I look over towards Elijah. He's sipping on his beer and seems lost in thought. I wonder what's bugging him. I've never seen him like this. "What's up, man? What's got you all in a twist?" I take a drink of my coffee and feel it burning the inside of my throat as I swallow it. I love my coffee. No, I'm not addicted to coffee. I could drink it all day. Elijah sets his beer down and looks at me. I can see worry in his eyes. This immediately has me sitting up straight and taking notice. "What the fuck is going on, Elijah?" He takes a deep breath and replies, "One of the waitresses from the restaurant, Violet, never showed up for work last night. It isn't like her to miss her shifts. I called her sister, but there was no answer, and her roommate hasn't seen her either." I slam my coffee down on the bar and curse to the high heavens. We've never had issues before, not even when the other MC that is a few cities away from us. Everyone knows not to mess with us or anyone that works at any of our businesses. So why now? I give him a nod and look around and see that the rest of the guys have woken up and are just now sitting down at the tables scattered around the room. The sweet butts won't be arriving until around noon. I stand up and holler, "Church and 20, get coffee or whatever you need to drink. Something has come to my attention, and we need to figure out what we're going to do. I just hope that we can find her, safe and sound. I sit back down and start drinking my coffee again. I look over and Elijah is sipping on his beer. We'll find her. He nods and finishes off his beer. I finish my coffee and place it on the bar in front of us. We both stand up and walk towards the room where we hold church. Elijah's my VP and best friend. I've never seen him worried about anything before. I look over my shoulder and notice the other guys following suit. Hopefully we figure out what's going on and find her as quickly as possible. Our town has never had a citizen to go missing before. This both worries and scares me at the same time. We walk into the room, and in the center of our table, which has our club logo carved into it, we all take our seats. We all take our seats with me at the head of the table. Elijah's to my left and Garrett, my enforcer, to my right, with the rest taking the other seats. I bang my gavel on the table to get the meeting started. Elijah has brought something to my attention, and we need to figure out how we're going to handle this. Elijah, you have the floor. Elijah looks up, and I can tell this is eating him up just by the worry in his eyes and the look on his face. One of our waitresses, Violet, is missing. I've tried contacting her sister, but with no luck. Last time she was seen was when she was leaving work. It's not like her to not show up, he explains. I look around the table and see all of my men's faces were filled with nothing but shock and anger. Sorry, y'all. Try and turn this down some. It's not even playing the right music anymore. Damn it. No one messes with one of ours and gets away with it. We may not be an outlaw MC, but we do ride the line at times. Who's her sister and who is she affiliated with? I hear Garrett ask. Garrett has a point. We have to follow all avenues on this. Gretchen Maloney. She used to own a bakery until she got involved with an Antonio Sanchez. That's all the information that her sister would give me, Elijah reports. I nod and look towards Peter, our computer whiz. He can find anyone and anything we may need information on. Peter, I need you to find info on Gretchen and Antonio Sanchez. We need to know who he is and what he does. I have a feeling we won't like what we find. He nods. I know he'll find anything he can. Is there anything else that needs to be brought to the table before I call this meeting to a close? There are resounding no's from the rest of the members. Then let's find out what we can. This is our number one priority. Everyone is to be on the lookout, just in case it's a rival gang. I bang my gavel down on the table, calling the meeting to an end. We all stand up and head towards the door. The angry mood in the room is strong. Let's just hope that we find her and they'll be held to pay. As we enter the main room, one of the prospects, Fletcher, comes barreling through the door. I look his way and notice he's out of breath. What's got you all wound up, Fletcher? I have a feeling that I'm not going to like his answer. I can feel it in my bones. He tries to catch his breath before answering, and his answer comes out in a stutter. There's a woman lying on the sidewalk outside the gate. She's unconscious but alive. She's a mess of bruises and blood. Shit, man. It looks like she's been attacked by a bear or something. I just stand there. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This town is supposed to be safe. I guess this is what happens when... Oh, man, that made my head rush. Whew. This town is supposed to be safe. I guess this is what happens when gangs move in. The police are trying to keep them out, but some still get in. I'll follow you out. Show me where she is. We walk out of the clubhouse and towards the gate. Fletcher steps into the security room and hits the button to open it. When it's fully open, I walk towards the woman lying on the sidewalk. As I get closer, I notice the woman is average height with curves and brown hair. I kneel down and look her over. There's blood everywhere on her. There she is. Yeah, I saw what you were getting into, April, and it's a little finicky trying to get into it. I'm not real crazy about it. But now that I know, I can kind of help others out. Let's see. There's blood everywhere on her, and she has bruising on her face, arms, and legs. Those are the only places I can see. Call the doc, have her come out here, I demand. I don't know who she is, but as I look at her, I know that this woman is my salvation. I've never wanted an old lady, but I have an overwhelming feeling of protectiveness over her. Whoever did this will know my wrath because she now belongs to me in the club. My men will help protect her. I pick her up in my arms and carry her toward the clubhouse. She is mine, and I will find out who did this to her, and they will pay. Gretchen. I wake up in a dimly lit room. My head is pounding and my entire body aches. The last thing I remember is running out of Antonio's house after being beaten because he found out that I witnessed my sister's murder. I couldn't stand being touched by him and I couldn't hide the tears. So I ran as fast as I could, and when exhaustion caught up with me, I collapsed in front of the gates of an MC. I'm just hoping that I'm not back where I started. I slowly sit up and look around the room I'm in. It's not Antonio's, which makes me happy and scared at the same time. I know one of the MC members must have found me. I don't know much about an MC except they can be mean and cruel, just like anyone else. I hear the door open and turn my head to see a biker walk in. He's tall, maybe 6 foot, brown hair, brown eyes, and an athletic build. He's not big in muscles like most men I've seen. He's just right. If I wasn't involved with Antonio, I could see myself with him. He's standing there looking at me like he wants to eat me for dinner, and it's turning me on. No one has ever looked at me like that, not even Antonio. I squirm, trying to ease the tingling that his stare invokes in my body. My clit is throbbing, and I know I'm wet. One of my prospects found you outside our gate. I brought you in here and had a doctor look you over. Someone did a number on you, he growls. And if that didn't make my pussy even more wet than what it was before, his voice even turns me on. It's deep and raspy. This man is the total package. But I can't stay. Antonio will wreak havoc on this MC, and no one will survive. I can't let that happen just because they found me and took me in. You need to let me leave. You don't understand who you're messing with keeping me here. I don't want harm brought to your club. I cover my face with my hands. The tears are flowing again, and I can't stop them. I brought the devil himself down upon this MC. Why don't you tell me your name and who you're running from? You can't go anywhere with broken ribs and bruises all over you, he replies. Can I trust this sexy man standing in front of me enough to tell him everything? Or will he throw me out once he finds out? This club isn't known for breaking the law. They're gonna have to if they go up against Antonio and his family. He'll never let me go. I can tell you my name, but I can't tell you who I'm running from, I whisper. He crosses his arms over his chest and his jaw clenches. If looks could kill, this one would. He's angry, and I understand why. He's trying to help me, and I'm being a bitch. If it helps save him and his club, I can't tell him. You will tell me everything if you want us to help you. Whoever did this to you needs to know what pain is. A woman should never be touched like you have. He practically growls at me. I sigh and look at my hands. This man who doesn't know me is laying his life on the line for me. A girl who made the mistake of getting involved with a dangerous man. A man who doesn't value life and doesn't know how to love. All I am to him is pussy. Someone he can control and manipulate, bend to his will. How can I trust another man with what I've been through? Are all men like Antonio, and would this biker hurt me? I guess I should tell him because it seems he's not going to let it go. My name, wrong voice. My name is Gretchen, and I'm running from my boyfriend Antonio Sanchez. I tell him. A smirk appears, and if it doesn't make him even sexier, his eyes in the light look green. His hair is hanging in his eyes. He looks like one of those rock stars or skateboarders. A guy who is tough on the outside and sweet on the inside. If only I could have met him first. My sister would still be alive, and I wouldn't be in as much pain as I am. I wouldn't have to be on the run or look over my shoulder thinking Antonio will find me and kill me. He walks over to the bed and sits on the edge. He turns his head and his eyes meet mine. I'm paralyzed. They're even more beautiful close up, brown with specks of green. He reaches his hand out and moves his hair out of my face, placing it behind my ear. That touch alone is having me wanting more. How can I feel this way for a man I don't know? For all I know, he could be like Antonio, sweet for a while, then turn into a monster. I guess I don't have to come find you since you're sitting in my bed. You need to start explaining things, he tells me. I gasp and look off to my left. I can't tell him everything. It's too dangerous. The things I've seen that man do would have anyone pissing their pants and running for the hills. I clear my throat. I tell him as little as possible. I won't reveal all, but I will tell him why I'm running. I witnessed Antonio kill my sister Violet, all because I went to her for help after witnessing him kill a man. She wanted me to leave, and I was stupid and stayed. It's all my fault that she's dead. I sob. The tears are endlessly falling, and I can't stop them. It's all my fault. My sister will never get older, and I will never have another get together with her. I sit here and bathe in self pity while the sexy guy looks at me with a mix of worry and concern. There's no pity or anger in his eyes. I just hope that he doesn't kick me out because the truth is, I don't want to go back. Antonio would surely kill me. Killer. I can't believe what I just heard. Our worst fears have just come true. Violet, our waitress, has been murdered. I guess it's time to call church so I can let everyone know. And I can't let her leave. This beautiful woman sitting in front of me has seen too much. Antonio would definitely kill her, especially if he found out she told someone else. Your sister was a waitress at our restaurant. She has essentially she was essentially part of our club and will get retribution. And you're not going anywhere. We let we let you go and you're good as dead. She looks at me. I can see the fear in her eyes and she starts shaking. I can tell this isn't the first time. She knows more, but I won't press her for information. I just need to know what happened to her sister. Violet was a good person and never complained about anything. She didn't deserve this, and neither does Gretchen. She just made the mistake of trusting and falling in love with the wrong person. No matter the feelings I have towards her, I won't push her to be with me. I can bide my time. Shit, I've waited this long to find my one true love. I can wait a little longer. She needs time to heal, both her body and her heart. And damn if I don't want in that sweet pussy of hers. Sitting here just thinking of it makes my dick as hard as rock and pushing up against my zipper painfully. I adjust myself and stand up. I'm going to go talk to my men. Stay here, and if you need anything, let the prospect outside your door know. He's there if you need him. Try not to run, sugar. I wink at her then, head for the door. I turn to look at her before I leave the room. She's small and vulnerable compared to me. Average build, brown hair, eyes as dark as chocolate, medium sized breasts, and legs for miles. Most men wouldn't think she's beautiful, but to me, she is. Antonio will pay for what he's done. That's a damn promise. I walk out and close the door behind me. I look over at the prospect and he nods. He knows what he needs to do. I don't have to tell him twice. I walk down the hall towards the main room. All my men are either drinking or enjoying the sweet butts. Once upon a time, I would be too, but now that hottie in my bed is making my dick hard. Once she's healed, all bets are off. I whistle loud to get my men's attention. The music is so loud I can hear myself think, thinking. Church, now! I've found out some information you guys need to hear. It's not good, I say with a sigh. They nod and stand up. As we're walking towards church, I look over at Elijah. He's still in the same mood as earlier. What is this thing with this woman? Were they seeing each other? I hope not, because what he's about to hear will tear him apart. We all walk in and take our seats. I bang the gavel on the table to start the meeting. All my men can tell something is wrong, but won't press the issue. It's best to leave me alone. As you all know, we found a woman outside the gate earlier today. She's fine for the most part. I just found out that she's Gretchen, Violet's sister, and she told me some devastating news. Well, at least we don't have to run her down, Garrett pops in. This guy has no filter and gives no shit. That's why he's my enforcer. But that's not all she told me. Violet was murdered by Antonio. I growl. It's dead silent. They need to process what I just said. Soon, angry shouts come from around the table, and I sit back until they're done. They need this. One of our ladies is dead by the hands of a monster. I look over to Elijah. He's deathly quiet. I don't like it, but I can't change what happened. What's eating you, brother? You've been quiet this whole time. Nothing but tight fists and growling. Why would he kill her? She hasn't done She hasn't done nothing to nobody. She was sweet and intelligent. The only issue she had was her sister. He replies, there had to have been something going on between these two, or just starting to. I feel sorry for him. According to Gretchen, she contacted Violet about a recent murder she witnessed. Violet suggested that she leave Antonio, and Gretchen refused. Can't make someone do something they don't want to do. Anyways, he found out about the phone call, murdered her sister, and she witnessed it. He beat her and she ran. That's how she ended up here, I explain. I look around at all my men. They need to help decide how we'll handle this. We've never dealt with anything like this. It's always been quiet for the most part. What I need what I need from all of you is how we're going to deal with this. I'll go across the line if I have to, especially for that woman lying in my bed. I'm officially claiming her, but she doesn't know it yet. I announce. I hear the snickers from around the table. They all know I'm not one to settle. And here I am, claiming her as my old lady. Am I ready for that? I already know the answer to that. Hell yes, I am. I suggest we take this son of a bitch out, Garrett says. I second that, Elijah growls, except he's seeking retribution for Violet, and I don't blame him. Eventually, he'll tell me what's going on. Everybody else nods their heads yes. I guess fight is what we'll be doing. Since it's an unanimous yes, we'll take him out. Garrett, Garrett and Peter, find all you can about him. I need everything, Elijah and Lee. I need everything. Elijah and Leon, we need weapons and equipment in order to infiltrate his home. We're going to hit him where it counts most, I declare. They nod and I bang the gavel, closing the meeting. We all get up and exit the room. We need to take care of this as soon as possible. I need my woman safe, and that motherfucker needs to die for what he's done. No one comes to our town and gets away with something like that. I know we should involve the police, but this is club business. I'll cross that line between white and black. Gretchen. I've been sitting here in his room for over an hour. How long does a meeting take? I was able to look around it a little and take a short nap. My headache is gone, but my body still hurts. I wonder if he has any pain medication. I hear the door open and turn my head just in time to see him walk in. He still hasn't told me his name. Kind of rude if you ask me. You know, I was kind of starting to like you until you left me alone for over an hour, I remark with as much sass as I can muster. I cock my head and plaster a smirk on my face. He smirks back at me and walks over to my bed. My gaze follows his every move. He may be tall, but he's silent when he walks. He sits down on the edge of the bed again, then looks over at me. He looks like he has the world sitting on his shoulders.
The club, including me, will take care of Antonio. We can't expect to kill someone and not face the consequences, which means you need to stay here. I can't take the chance of letting you go and something happening to you, he tells me.
My worst fears come true. This gorgeous, kind man in front of me is going to war with the most dangerous mob family in these parts. They're originally from Chicago, but fanned out over the years, taking control of 5 different cities: Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Nashville, Lexington, and Detroit. You can't do that. You'll end up dead. That family isn't one to mess with. Trust me, I exclaim. I try to plead with him, but I can already tell he's not backing down. What is it with these MC guys? Always acting tough like they're not afraid of anything.
Look, he killed your sister who was property of the club as she worked at our restaurant. He's not gonna get away with it. And he's also not gonna get away with hurting what's mine, he growls through clenched teeth.
My eyes go wide and my breathing hitches. Did I just hear what I thought I did? How can he put a claim on me when he doesn't even know me? I know enough about the club for my sister. She told me to come to them if I needed help. I don't even know your name. I can't let you claim me. We barely know each other, I squeak. He runs his hand through his already messy hair. He sighs when he looks back at me.
My name is Keller, Keller Brand, and I will claim you when you're healed. That's a promise. You are mine.
Do I want him? That's the real question. That needs to be answered. When I look at him, my body says yes, but my heart and brain said I need time. I need away from Antonio and I need to figure out my feelings for him. I'm I've been through so much that my trust is in people is slim to none. Can I trust this sexy man in front of me? I'll have to I'll have to if I want from and underneath Antonio's reach and the trouble I've gotten myself into. He's right about one thing. Antonio must pay for what he's done. But can I allow Keller and his club to deal with him? I've only just met him, but I get the feeling that this man will be my savior. My favorite is the pop. I mean, I meant every Keller. I meant every word that just came out of my mouth. She needs to realize that with her sister being property of ours, by default, she is too. This woman owned my heart and soul the minute I found her. That feeling's only gotten stronger the longer she's here, and it's my job to take care of her and protect her.
Listen, Gretchen, I know we just met, but when I found you laying on that sidewalk, I knew you were mine. Don't ask me how, but I did. Now, all you have to do is give in and let me take care of things and you, because I'm not letting you go.
Something's beeping in yonder. I'm hoping it's the TV. Um, she lowers her chin to her chest and starts wringing her hands in her lap. She needs to know I'm not playing, that my word is my bond. After a few silent minutes, she looks back up at me. Her eyes are fucking gorgeous. They draw me in and capture me. I want to trust you. I need to know that I can. I want you, but everything I've been through, it's going to take a while. I can't just jump into stuff. Are you willing to take it slow with me? She asked. This woman is possibly the strongest woman I've known. To put what she can into this, only if it's a little at a time.
Yes, I can take it slow, and believe me, I want in that fine pussy of yours. But you have to tell me you belong to me and no one else, I demand.
She takes a deep breath. I can wait for. Whew, where'd that come from? I can wait here forever if I have to. I need to hear her submit. My feelings are strong and I'm craving it. My whole body is wound up and my muscles are tight. How can this little minx get me like this? Yes, Keller, I'm yours and only yours. I knew the moment you first walked in that door a short time ago. My heart started racing and my pussy got wet just by looking at you, she replies with a sultry smirk. And there it is. My body automatically calms and smiles, and a smile slips across my face. I have her right where I want her, willing to give herself to me, even if it's small. This sexy woman is all mine, and I'm not going to mess it up, especially when it's hard to find a woman like her. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. My mama raised me right to treat women with respect and love them wholeheartedly. I'm going to do everything I can to make my woman happy. I need to earn her trust, and then I'll capture her heart, soul, and her perfect pussy on the side. I've been put into a group text, y'all. Oh, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. My apologies. Oh, okay. Grandbaby pictures. Um, I lay down next to her on the bed. I grab the remote from the table next to me and turn on my TV. I flip through the channels until I find Criminal Minds. It's my favorite show. I hear her sigh, and then she's curling into my side, her breathing evening out as she drifts off to sleep. I jolt awake by the sound of my toilet flushing and the shower running. I must have fallen asleep. I look over, and Gretchen isn't in my bed anymore. I want nothing more than to join her, but I told her we'd take it slow. I lay in bed and try to picture what she looks like naked. I close my eyes and I see her body clear as day, plump breast, curves in all the right places, and legs for miles. My dick gets hard as stone to the point of where it hurts, so I unbutton and unzip my pants. I take my engorged cock in my hand and start pumping up and down. The image turns to her pinching her nipples with one hand and the other one moving down her body towards that her sweet ass pussy. I feel myself getting harder with every pinch and stroke of her fingers on her pussy. I know I'm close to coming when I feel tingles racing up my spine. I hear her moans of pleasure from getting herself off. I pump 3 more times, my body arching up off the bed, and I come, coating my abs and chest. Fuck, that feel good. I've never felt anything like that before. Seeing her orgasm in my head really did me in. I need my dick in the real thing and fast. Waiting be damned. I hear the shower turn off, so I get out of bed and look for something to clean up with. I grab an already dirty shirt and wipe the cum off my chest and abs. I lay back down in bed like nothing has happened out here. Hopefully she didn't hear me. That would be embarrassing and awkward. I look over as I hear the bathroom door open. My eyes go wide as I see her walk out with nothing on, not even a towel. My dick gets hard again. What is she trying to do to me? I have to clear my throat a couple of times before I'm able to speak. You might want to cover up next time. Don't want the wrong person looking at what's mine, I growl. What if someone else was in here with me, like one of my brothers? I would kill the son of a bitch for looking. Then I'd have to punish you, my little minx. She looks over at me with a smirk on her lips. She did that shit on purpose. Sorry, but this is how I always walk around after showering. I hate towel drying because it dries out my skin. She retorts. I barely contain a growl. She won't walk around like that. Anyone can walk in. Not saying they will, but still. Her smirk gets even bigger. I like this side of her, the little tease. I think I've just met my perfect match. Oh, I'm not willing to let go of. One more chapter, then I'm done, y'all. Gretchen. I've been standing in the bathroom for 5 minutes, the shower still running, and with my ear to the door, listening to Keller's grunts and moans. I wonder what he's thinking about. I just hope he doesn't have one of those whores in there with him. I don't know what to think about that. I know I'd be hurt. I'm falling for him hard. He's everything I've ever wanted and more. I form a plan in my head, open the door, and walk out. No one's in here with him, which makes me giddy. Now I really want to know what he was thinking about. I'm so far into my head that I jump when I hear his voice. Damn it, I need to quit thinking about sex with that fine piece of ass laying in that bed. I'm trying to take it slow, but it's getting harder to contain myself. You might want to cover up next time. Don't want the wrong person looking at what's mine. Why does his possessiveness make my pussy wet? It must be his deep and gravelly voice or the fact that he actually cares about me. I smirk and turn towards him. My whole body may be on display for him, but I don't give a shit. This man has me all hot and bothered. Sorry, but this is how I always walk around after showering. I hate towel drying because it dries out my skin. I hear him growl again, and damn it if it doesn't make me wetter than before. This man has me, and he knows it by the smirk that plays across his face. Well, one of these times you're going to come walking out of there like that, and one of my men is going to see that delectable body of yours. Then I'm going to have to kill him. He grumbles through gritted teeth. Hmm, why can't he be ugly and a dickhead? Maybe my body wouldn't react to his voice all the time. Damn him. Maybe I maybe I want you seeing me like this. My pussy is wet for you, Keller. What are you going to do about it? I ask in my most sultry voice. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because he jumps out of bed and starts stalking me like I'm his prey. He is in predator mode and I start backing up as he stalks toward me. I keep backing up until my back hits the wall next to the door. Damn, he looks all sexy and shit. His jaw is clenched, his eyes are dilated and dark, and his hands are tight fists, making the muscles in my arms bulge. Let's not forget the rest of his delectable body. I look down and see the effect my words have on him. My mouth waters. I need him in my mouth. I need to taste him and take him to heights that he's never imagined. I raise my eyes back up to his face. He knows the effect he has on me. That damn smirk is still there. He walks toward me with and stands in front of me. He takes his finger and runs it from my ear and down my chest towards my breast. His eyes follow the path his finger is making. My breathing picks up and my heart is racing. No man has ever made me feel like this or think like I do when I'm with him. My inhibitions flew out the window the moment he touched me. He looks at me. I want to hear you say it, Gretchen. I need you to submit to me. I'm hanging by a thread here and I'm craving you. He demands. All his emotions are there for me to see: hunger, lust, need, and something else. Love, maybe? But we just met. It can't be. It makes my knees weak and I have to grab hold of him to keep myself from falling. I do have to admit that I'm falling for him in a different way, though. One that scares me. Should I submit to this beautiful creature in front of me or break his heart? I couldn't stand to hurt him. So I'm going with the other choice. I'm craving him too. I want to run my tongue over every inch of his sexy body. Keep feeling the things I'm feeling, wanted, craved, and cared for. This man is my elixir, and and it's a euphoric feeling. I love knowing that I have control over him like that. Do tell me, Keller, what were you thinking of while I was in the bathroom? I have to smile because damn, his face is priceless. He really thought he wasn't heard. His throat bobs up and down, and he tries clearing his throat.
I was thinking about that sexy body of yours. I couldn't help it, so I got myself off. Does it make you wet knowing I was getting off to you in my head?
Holy shit! I wasn't expecting that reply at all. That just made the rest of my walls come tumbling down. I step up on my tiptoes, grab the back of his head, and crush my lips to his. Okay, that's all you're getting, ladies and gents. So, what y'all think? All right. Okay, so this book is by Miss April Baker. April Baker. And it's the first of three. She's got three books already out. The next one is Elijah and then Harper. And how many books are going to be in this series? Do you know yet? Have you determined? And how much is it? Because I'd already bought it, so it's not telling me what I want to know. $3.99 on Amazon. Okay. Thank you. And it's also on KU. So make sure you go get it if you got KU. All right. Tomorrow night. Thank you, Miss April, for letting me read that. That was fun. So tomorrow night on KU, or KU, Lord have mercy. I'm tired. Can you tell him? It's been a busy week and it's only Wednesday. Um, so tomorrow night I have Trisha Harley McCarthy. Did I get that right in the right order? The Wish. You guys might have seen the video that Nina's been posting everywhere. It's pretty sexy, kind of sexy video. It's pretty good. So be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go take my contacts out so I can figure out what's going on with my eye. And Hearts and Daggers, which is an Antho Harper, A Birthday Wish, and a Sparrow. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so go check out April's Biker books. See what you think, and I will talk to you guys later. I gotta go figure out what's wrong with my eye before my contact falls out. Yes, these are just readers, so I gotta see my eye. You can already tell it's starting to swell. See, it's all red. So, alrighty. You ladies have a good evening. You too, Teddy. Thank you for coming, and you guys have a great evening. Happy reading.